Alright, hey guys, it's Chi here, and I recently took part in the first ever Reverse in 1999 PvP match. So, if you're familiar with the Honkai Star Rail PvP format, hold on, let me play this in the background. But oh, sorry about this. This full screen isn't really working well. Um, uh, so it's quite similar to the Honkai Star Rail format. I took a lot of inspiration from the Pridewin draft tool and also the Tamiya's Cup. But if you're not too familiar with that, you get a ban and pick phase where teams will take turns banning and picking characters, and if they choose a character, then the enemy team can pick them. And how you win is that, well, it's a 2v2 competition, and whichever team has like the combined total of rounds that are like less, then they win. Sorry, I'm probably explaining this badly, but so one person from one team will do side one, and then the other person will do side two of Limbo 6. So if first person does it in 8 and the second person does it in let's say like 15, then they get a combined total of 23 rounds, and then you compare that to the enemy team. So this is how we have PvP in this game. It's not any official mode. This is just community made. I made like the majority of these rules, and then I just went into Jakazin's Discord and I recruited a couple of schmucks to join me. But Jakazin casted this and it was really good. He kind of tied this whole thing together. Otherwise, like this definitely wouldn't have happened. I'm very grateful for that. So I'm gonna skip over to
Who's
the
gonna
ban and
start? You
pick
guys wanna
phase.
start or what?
Also, I'll link this in the
Who wants to go
description.
first? I guess
The video.
they're both typing.
But here
If you're team one, but I don't
we
mind
were
the dice roll. I
deciding
mean,
on
we
who's
can
gonna
do
be
team
team one
one
and team
since
two.
there is like a big
There's one problem.
yeah.
My
Since there's
friend
like a
Rimu, he
big
didn't show up.
disadvantage
He fell
since
asleep.
she doesn't
So
have a teammate. For
I had to
whatever
one v
reason,
two,
Rimu
which
wasn't able
I
to
mean you'd
join
imagine it
us
would be quite
today. So
difficult in a
he
game
might
like
have
Reverse 1999 where you don't really
something to
have
take
a
care
lot
of
of the
IRL.
characters
So
built.
good luck to him. I don't know
But it
what
was
he's doing.
fine.
I'm gonna do
Jakazin
nothing.
let me
So
pick
me
what team I
just
wanted to
collect
be,
one,
which
team
is
two
quite
ban,
nice
and
because
keep
I
in
was
mind that
1v2ing. So
they're
I ended up banning
talking to each
Eternity.
other at this moment.
So
They're
Eternity
talking and like
ban was
strategizing what
just
they
for
want to
side
do,
one,
what
and I
they
knew
want
both of my
to
opponents
ban.
had an Eternity
If
fully
they
built.
ban a character,
So
nobody
if
can
you
use
want a
them.
bit of knowledge about my
Not
opponents,
even
one of
them.
them
So
is
they
kind
need
of
to
like
ban
I don't know
a
if he's free to
strategic
play, but he's
character
kind of like a
that
low spender free
makes
to play.
the other team
With
suffer the
he's
most,
level
right? So
47ish, and then
I wouldn't
my
be
other opponent, he's a
exaggerating if I
full on
said
whale.
that this is
He's his
probably
name is Turtlelagz. He has a
the
YouTube
most
channel that I'll
important
link in
part
the
of the event.
description.
It's not just,
But
I would say, like
he's like
50%
a full on
of the
whale. Like
difficulty
a
of the
couple
whole event is
P5
going to be
characters, like almost every
going
single
through the
standard
draft
character. Like you get it.
unscathed.
And
And Team 2
he had like
bans
three main DPS
Melania.
built: Eternity,
Where's
Centurion, and
Melania?
Melania. So I
Okay,
wanted to
Team
take
2
out
bans
Eternity,
Melania. And now we
and
move on
they ended up banning
into
Melania, which
Team
makes a lot of
1 to
sense because
choose
I would have just
one
picked Melania
character.
because I get the first pick.
Okay, so
So
the reason why they're not in call
the
with
other
me at
guy,
this very
the kind
moment
of like
is
free
because
to
they're
play
talking
low
to each
spender
other and
dolphin
trying
guy,
to understand
he only
which
has
characters
Eternity
they
and
have
Centurion as a
built,
DPS because
because you might have a
I
character, but
scouted
maybe you
their
don't have
accounts
them built,
beforehand.
right? So
So I was quite
she
happy with
picks
this
Charlie.
first
So team
draft
1 picks
because that
Charlie.
means they have to pick Centurion,
And okay, we're gonna do
and
team
then
1
one of
picking
them will be left without
Charlie.
a strong main DPS.
I'm blind. Okay, team 1
So
picks
I ended
Charlie.
up picking Charlie here
This is for the
because
whole,
I
it's
only
not just
have
phase
two
1, this is
DPS
for
that
the
can do
whole
side
limbo.
two,
So you're gonna do a
and that's
draft
gonna be
for
Charlie or
phase 1
Melania,
and
and
phase
Melania's
2. So
already banned, so I just had to
both
pick up
of the
Charlie
teams and
here.
the members are thinking like, okay,
So
what do
now
we
I actually
do?
wasn't too
So next
concerned.
one is gonna be
So Team 2
team
gets
2
to pick
choosing
twice
two.
now.
Okay,
They get
two
two picks.
characters for
So
phase
if we
1.
fast forward a bit,
They
they
to
obviously
team
they
1
pick up
choosing
Centurion,
one.
but they also picked up
So
Druvis here.
as I said,
And
is very important.
their Druvis
So
is only Resonate
by
4,
the way, we
but that was
can't
their
ban Tooth Fairy
only
because
other
Tooth
option for a
Fairy
main
and Blonney are
DPS.
going to
It
be
was
the bonus
I
characters.
think the
Everybody can
whale
pick
had
Tooth Fairy, everybody can
I3
pick
level
Blonney. You
47,
can't
something
ban
like
Tooth
that.
Fairy, you
Something
can't
quite
ban
high, but
Blonney, okay?
only Reso 4.
So they're basically
So to round out my Charlie
picks
team, I just picked
Voyager.
up a Voyager
And now we
because
move
I
into
can't
the
risk my
second
Voyager
phase,
getting
as you can
banned.
see, of the draft
You'll see
with Team
later.
2
I
banning
was
one
bringing
character.
Charlie to side 2, so I really needed that extra
Let's
sustain.
see.
So I brought in
So
Voyager,
for
or I
now,
had to get
and on team
Voyager.
really two,
So if we
and
fast
blind
forward
is
a bit,
here on team 2.
they
Team
get
1
the
only
ban
banned Melania
first,
so far.
and they
Pick or
ban Balloon
ban. Okay,
Party,
team 1 wants to ban.
which is completely fine by me because one of the guys they only have Tooth Fairy and Balloon Party as sustains, and if they ban Balloon Party, then he's forced to take Tooth Fairy, and this is the guy playing side 1. And the whale has a P5 Tooth Fairy, so it means that the whale didn't get to bring in his P5 Tooth Fairy. Oh, also, by the way, if you're wondering on why no one has picked Blonney or Tooth Fairy yet, there's a special rule that Tooth Fairy and Blonney cannot be banned, and they're also pickable by both teams, because they're the banner characters right now. So
Pickles,
here,
so Rip,
I decided to ban Pickles.
you best boy. So banning Pickles is kind of
Mainly because the whale has a P5 Pickles, like Turtlelagz has a P5 Pickles, and I really wanted him to not have that Pickles because he does a lot of damage. But what ended up happening was his teammate also had Pickles, and that was his best support.
right,
So they were a bit bit
of the
flustered
enemy
at this
team.
point
So
because I
if you
banned
want
their
to do some
Eternity and their
combo
Pickles.
by using the
So now they really needed to pick up a
damage on
support,
Pickles ult, it's gonna be
and they got first pick. So what they ended up picking was a
they're gonna be
Beacorn
like,
Bloom,
wait,
which makes a lot of
wait,
sense.
Beacon one of the team members.
And then I get 2 picks here, so
Second,
I'm gonna pick
probably
up a
later, right?
Sotheby
During the match. So
and
now we
a
have
Regulus,
team
because I really
2
need a
choose
sustain
2.
and a second DPS,
This is gonna be,
because my
hopefully I
side
don't
1
mess
is
this
quite
up.
weak.
This is gonna
I
be
don't have a
very
DPS for
confusing.
side 1.
So team 2 chooses 2 now.
And what ended up happening was
team 2 chooses do it. Then team 2 chooses do it.
Turtlelagz,
Then
he
team 2
actually
chooses,
tested a team with
and
the
then we're
Druvis,
done. Then we
Sotheby,
can
and
actually
I don't know who else,
join.
maybe
After we're
Ananli.
done, we're gonna join.
And me, when I picked Sotheby, it
The
really messed up his team, because he was
okay, so
planning on taking Sotheby for
we are
himself
waiting
next.
on team 2 to pick 2
So
characters.
here team 2 gets 2 picks, and what they went for was
Again,
a
okay.
Medicine Pocket and an Ananli.
Sorry if I don't
So they're
read the
just
chat,
picking
but this is
the staple
gonna be
characters.
very,
Tooth Fairy is free
at
and
least this part
alongside
is gonna be
Blonney.
really obnoxious for
So
me,
if you have a
because
Tooth
I need
Fairy
to
in there, that's
juggle with
basically
like
the 6
4,
characters that
and
you need.
ironically 4
So now we're both just running at our teams. So
and new Babel. Okay, team
I
1
made a bit of a funny
with
pick
the
here.
John Teeter and new
I got
Babel.
John Teeter for the meme, and then I picked New Bubble
Could
for
you
extra
predict that?
sustain on
No,
side
right?
2 in case anyone
Here,
died.
only on Jakazin stream.
But
Okay, only here we get John Teeter
the John Teeter pick
and new
was
Babel.
a bit of
Okay,
a
so
meme.
now we move into
There was no
the
reason behind
team
it. My
2
John Teeter is
chooses.
level 1.
All right,
So let me go forward now. We have
one last
a Sonetto and a door pick. So the door was a meme pick because I picked John Teeter, and the Sonetto here, it was mainly for mainly to stop me. They tried to do a strategic pick by limiting my mineral, but I was never planning on picking Sonetto. I was just going Blonney and Tooth Fairy.
And now we have
So one thing here that I messed up in my draft was I should have picked Necrologist instead of John Teeter,
the last one, team
or
2 chooses
Necrologist
one
instead of
last
Regulus.
character, and then we are
But
done with
my
the first
teammate, he was
phase, which
supposed
in
to
my
do
opinion
side
is
1, so
at
I never
least
really
half
practiced any teams
of
for
the
side
difficulty
1.
of this event.
So I was kind
Only
of bricked
because
in that
like you need
regard.
to think about it. What
And
characters do
then
you
they
have?
round out with
What
a Tooth
character
Fairy, by the way.
what they
We
have
don't have
before
an
we
icon
move
for a
into
Tooth
the
Fairy, so it's just Shamane. But I wanted to pick. The draft didn't really go great for me. I mean, it went pretty good, but
audio is fine,
and I
everything's
got the teams
fine.
that I wanted.
I three
But
Blondie.
it was a
Wow.
bit weird.
Actually, I'm
Let me
gonna restart
mute.
for the
Yeah.
Let me mute that. Another thing, if you wipe, you get the full maximum amount of rounds. So if your whole team gets wiped out, you get plus 20 rounds, or plus 25 on side 2. And you're allowed to reset as much as you want, as long as it's only round 1. So let me go out here. I'll just commentate this.
If they're too loud,
So
maybe
yeah, here
lower the volume.
I'm trying to kill
but we should be fine. Okay,
this
so
guy
we
first because he's doing 2 attacks, and absolutely heartbreaking. I miss a crit. So my Blondie has 56% crit rate, and this adds 30% crit rate as well. And I just missed a crit. It was 86%. I missed my crit.
main DPS with Regulus and Solid.
And he healed as well. And I was just raging at this point.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna say anything anyway. Milk is fine. You're just gonna say like a couple things.
So
here
now,
and there, should be fine. So all right.
yeah, I'm just trying to build up my ults.
Like
so I killed this guy with Regulus, then I go for the snake.
The worm. If you guys didn't know,
I'm going for the
when the
Blondie
worm
ult.
dies,
I hit a crit that time. It's 86% as I should.
When okay, I gotta mute myself because we have the
And
reverb.
absolutely tragic.
So
My
the strat is
Regulus
gonna be
just gets absolutely
ooh,
fucking
Regulus
bodied.
taking a little bit of damage here. So
So
the
I'm really trying
worm,
to
if you didn't know,
avoid
when it dies, it gives you a power
the
up. So
big
you
like penalty
could
if you get
do
wiped.
this strat of killing the
So
worm
usually I
after,
would play quite
right?
risky and I wouldn't
And
heal here.
start damaging a little bit of
But here I had to
lessers, and
kill
then you
this
kill
the
the
snake and then
worm.
heal next
You
turn.
get the photosynthesis, which is damage, and that way you can have for 3 turns you have a nice amount of buffs that increases your damage. Now, just want to remind you that right now
So here, yeah, I just double
we are
heal
healing a
so I can
little
get
bit
the insta
of
heal. This was also quite unlucky.
Regulus here,
Let me
but
pause.
keep in mind
Lasource was using 2 attacks, and
that
I was
mechanic of
very
phase
scared that
1
my
is
Regulus could
basically
get hit by both of them and just die.
revolving
So I had
around
to double heal.
lessers having
And
to
the double heal lets me heal
having to
instantly, by the way, with Sotheby's
try
I3.
and be more as
And
precise
I'm
as
not too sure if
possible
that
when
was
it
the right
comes to
call.
hits,
I
right?
did get hit
If you hit
twice, but I don't know if it would
she
have
gets
killed.
1 stack. If she
But
gets to 5
honestly,
stacks,
I'm fine with
she
playing it
gets
very safe.
a
I have to
special
heal
stack that
again
makes her immune to damage
because
for
of the
that
ult coming up.
particular
And look, I miss another crit. 86% crit rate. I miss another crit.
turn. So you don't really want to attack her
So
too many
that miss
times,
crit, it will come to bite me
especially
in the ass
after
later
she
if
triggers the
you see.
immunity, right?
But that's
So
the
what
second
happens
missed
here
crit with
is
86%.
now what is he gonna try to do is chill when
Yep.
she has this round, because if you
Here it was
attack
quite
her during
unlucky.
this
I mean, not really unlucky, but the source got into
round,
immunity, so
not
I was
only
just
you
gonna
deal
chill
1
out for this
damage,
round.
but she also starts gaining on the background
This is
stats
why
for the next
I should have
immunity.
picked
So you don't
Necrologist,
really
by the way.
want to touch her at
Necrologist
any point in this
has a
moment. You just
dispel,
bunker
and
down,
she can
heal
actually
up,
stop
prepare
the
your
source from
moxie,
going
move
into
your
immunity.
cards, fuse, do the tuning, whatever you want. You
So
just to
here
set
I have
up
a bunch of
a
ults
big
built up.
nuke for the next
I was
turn, right?
debating on whether
So
or not to use my Blonney ult,
what is he gonna do now
but
is chill and
what I
probably try to
managed to what I
unleash
decided on in the end is
the
just going all
damage
in with
when
Regulus,
she's not having
because
the
Blonney ult
debuff. Now,
will buff my crit.
damage wise, Lasers doesn't really do much damage to you, but she heals, so it's a little annoying. She
And this is
counters a
just
little
so
bit
bad,
to
like
you, but she heals.
1400 damage. The Regulus pick here was just really bad. My Regulus is Resonate 9, by the way. I3 level 20. And my Blondie is I3 level 20 as well, but she's Resonate
So
10.
it's a little
I
annoying.
was
She
expecting a
counters
lot
a
more
little
damage from
bit
Regulus, but
your
the lack of Tooth
your
Fairy just
damage,
put
because
her damage
if you don't
pretty
have a
mid.
big DPS, she's gonna stall you, and you're gonna have to
But we went
wait
into
on top
immunity
of
here,
that.
which is
So
nice.
if you don't have a big burst,
We're
she's
all
gonna
at full health
basically
as well.
start to eat a little bit of the rounds.
So now,
Nom,
nom
nom,
nom nom.
nom,
Thank you,
nom. And we're
Jakazin.
gonna get to 12 in just
But
a second, and
in
you're
the
gonna lose
downtime, I decided
like
just
that. You lose
go
the
all
3
in with
stars.
Blonney
Now you have
here,
to
use
now
the
you have to
ult,
restart, right? In a normal match.
and
In this
then just get the
match,
extra
you
crit rate.
can't restart, which means that
I have 86%
she
crit
is gonna
rate
have to do his best
with
and
my
try to do
ult,
as much
and
damage as
then with
possible
that bunny, it was
while
like over
managing the
100.
downtime and trying to clear
Which
as
is
fast as he
one
can.
weakness
All
with
right.
Blonney, because
Remember that she, in this case, this is just a
I have
beta test, so just it's a
116%
little
crit rate
scuffed,
with
and
the
we still
bunny
have
attack
a
there,
lot to do to improve it.
but
But for now,
Blonney has no
she
overflow
is doing
crit,
is working alone because his
and
teammate is nowhere to be found for
yeah,
today,
my teammate
which
is
is
nowhere to be
perfectly
found.
fine.
Screw you, Rimu.
It's
Also,
just
no,
gonna put a
I'm
little more
joking.
stress
But
on his
if Rimu,
account
if you're
because he
watching
might
this,
not have
you
certain
bricked me, kind
characters
of.
built as well as another teammate,
Man, I
right?
get
So
another
he's just
Blonney
soloing
ult.
right now. So Giga Chad
I'm just doing a load of good
way of
damage,
doing.
and another shocker. I
So
miss another crit.
yeah,
This was
also
another
if you have any dispel, you can remove
86% crit rate that I
the
missed,
stacks. The only thing
and
that
I
you
was
can't
just
remove
like,
is the immunity. If she gets the immunity, you can't dispel
I was
that, but
kind
you
of
could
upset
dispel
because my
the little
Charlie
buff
team
that
I
she's
voted here
stacking.
before, it
By
can clear
doing
this in
that,
5
you might
rounds,
be able to squeeze a
and
little more
round
time
11
to
and
take
the source
DPS.
isn't
We're
dead,
currently on
and she's
round
almost in
11,
immunity.
and
So
we are
the
looking
source here is
to
about to ult.
the
This
end
was definitely a
almost of the
misplay from
tunnel
me,
here.
but
Just building a
I
little bit
wanted
of
to. Okay, when the caster scores a critical hit, Moxie -1,
Moxie
I was
for
hoping
regular ult
for
next
a
turn.
crit there,
They're gonna have to
but
tank, and
I missed the
hopefully,
crit.
there you go. We got lucky because if you get hit by that ult on
Yeah,
Regulus, that
because
would have
yeah,
been
if my
Moxie
Regulus got hit by that
-2,
ult, then I
which
wouldn't
means
have
that
had my ult this
you
round.
wouldn't
So
have had
now
the
I'm
ult
waiting for that
now,
level 2 heal to turn
but you
into
would have
maybe
had
a
only
Blonney
3
skill.
Moxie
So I
if she hit
refresh,
Regulus, right?
and
So
I get the best one.
that wouldn't have helped, but he got
So
lucky.
now I go all
Thank
in.
God. At
I go for a
least
crit debuff
we take
with Blonney.
those,
I miss a
right?
crit, it's fine. It
Approaching
was
the end,
50% crit
currently on
rate.
round 11.
And
She's
then here,
basically hopefully dead on this ult.
Lasource is dead now. Like, look at her health. There's just no way that
Let's
she lives
see.
this.
Huge.
Except
Is
that
that
she does.
enough?
She lives it. She lives it,
Unlucky.
and she's just
It's
got
not
into
enough.
immunity. She's
And
just
she's
healed
on
for a little
immunity, I
bit,
believe.
and I was a
So
little upset,
during the whole
like very
fight,
upset,
when I
because
played
this makes it a round
guessing,
14
because
clear.
I was keep thinking,
So
okay,
here we
I
just
kept thinking,
we scored the
okay,
safe
if only
round
if only I
14
crit
clear
that.
on
Okay,
side
and then
one,
we
which
have
is absolutely tragic.
14 rounds clear with she. So what am I gonna do is keep
Especially
it
like the
here.
fact that my team is pretty like
Let me
Giga
give me a
Will,
second.
but yeah,
One,
we'll see
we're
now.
gonna do one. You guys, this guys.
If you want to look at
It's gonna
Jakazin's
do.
live stream VOD,
For
I'll
now, I
link it
don't
in the
hear
description.
sound.
But
It's not that
I
big of a
won't be
deal,
going
but
over this team. I'm just gonna go over my runs, but this was a pretty stacked team. I3 level 60, Centurion, and then Tooth Fairy, Beacon Bloom.
I hear. I can hear. I can
And
hear.
you
It's
won't be
fine.
surprised with how many
Yeah, it's
rounds this
fine.
cleared in, but it's
One target damage. So
you'll
all the
see
power
here.
up
It
boys
was
there
a very,
fighting.
very
He
clean
decided to actually go
7-round
for the
clear.
ult, maybe trying
This
to go for
Beacon ult,
the kill
no
right now. It
crit,
looks like it's gonna
just
be
absolutely
it.
wiping her
And
out. Round
round
7 clear.
8 is where it's at.
Small
Team
mistake
2
there. They said
conquers
8-round clear, but it was a
is
round 7 clear.
one into with oh
So
god,
here,
yeah.
this is my
Well,
side
we'll
2
see.
team.
Yeah,
So this is, I mean, mute. So I don't want to hear my own voice, but yeah, weaker, weaker, weaker. And I brought in Charlie's best team here, Voyager and Tooth Fairy. I don't think it comes close. I don't think there is a better Charlie team than this. This is just like the Omega Charlie team. So I get the perfect start.
situation where he
2
has like
tornadoes. If you
3
see in
star
my deep death
characters that are
analysis, this is what you
technically
always want to start
weaker.
with.
So Forget Me
So I
Not
go
is
straight for
gonna
the boss.
slap
I don't care
really
about the
hard,
minions. The
but
minions won't
he
do shit.
has a
I just
lot of
want to kill the
faith
boss.
in his Charlie. I
6.3k,
believe his Charlie
6.3k,
is like really, really strong.
and another
So
3k
we are
there.
going for a
So that's
max nuke
15k
here.
damage
So
in the
looks
first
like
round.
he
Like
has
I think it was like
3
16k.
star characters: Charlie, Voyager, and Tooth Fairy. Taking damage
There's
already
really
here.
like
He
no
got
other character
sadly.
that can do that much
I mean,
burst
this is
damage
a little
in
bit
like
of
the
a
first
RNG,
round.
and I
It's kind
always
of
hate
crazy.
when that happens. Sadly, he got his Charlie
So
petrified. He couldn't
yeah,
do
my
anyone
Charlie
else.
got
Have to go
petrified
with
here.
DPS,
Not a
but it
huge
is what it
deal.
is, right?
I was
So
hoping
now
for
we are bunkering down, I
a
believe, to
round
get a
3
little bit
ult
of
for Charlie, but it's fine.
counter. And this is one of the reasons why I would like to get
So here,
a
yeah,
Voyager.
bunkering
Maybe I'll do a
down.
pull after this. I don't know. Stay tuned to get a Voyager. I really like
The
all
reason
the
why I use
CC that
2
Voyager
Voyager counters, by the
provides.
way, is I get
And
2 stacks of
in my opinion,
sturdiness.
she is kind of flexible as well.
And like
Big
you see how much damage I'm
AoE
taking, I
from Forget
really
Me
need those
Not. The
stacks of
situation is a little bit dire,
sturdiness.
mainly because the star is
Otherwise, I will
weak.
just get
So
absolutely
Forget Me
destroyed.
Not already does a lot of damage. On top
So
of that,
here,
they're also
I can't let
wrong
this guy ult.
for quote unquote a
He's just gonna
Flatus.
do too much damage, so I just
So
wipe him out,
if he's not
pop a
careful
heal,
with the heals and with the mitigation, they're gonna be
and now I have a Charlie
in
ult,
a bad
and
spot.
I don't
Okay,
get
especially
petrified, which is
if
quite
he
nice.
manages to get hit by
And then here,
his ult for at
let's see
least
the
once. That
Charlie
would be
ult
really bad.
damage.
So I'm assuming he's gonna
Actually,
try to
I
kill
think
the
I spent a
NPCs
little bit of time on this
before he
turn.
gets
I was
anywhere
thinking,
near 5 Moxie. And on
do I
top of that, if you
heal
do not
or do I
play
just
the cards
debuff
or
and
do
cast
any
the
action on one of
tornado?
the characters, if you don't know
So
it's
I
part of
settled
the
in the
stage
end for
bonus,
ult,
the
debuff,
character
and tornado.
that doesn't act,
Or that's not a
huge
tornado, that's a
ult,
lightning.
very very
Big
big
damage,
ult. All everybody's
8k on
almost dead.
everyone, and then another
Debuff into attack on
6,
Forget Me
or no, that
Not,
was
getting better,
4.5k.
getting
So
closer
it's
to
pretty decent for
50%.
no crit.
Maybe you don't really want to get to 50% immediately, otherwise it's gonna start
And
healing. But
yeah, Tooth
if
Fairy
the damage
gets,
instance is a little tiny, it's not gonna
yeah,
go
Tooth
back
Fairy's
to full
petrified
HP.
again.
Big hit. As I was saying, if you don't play with one
So
character
this
for
can be
that
quite
turn,
scary, but I played with Voyager a lot, and she has the silence right now, so she can completely wipe out these 2 ults. But what I'm not a huge fan of is these 2 swords.
that character on the
So
stage
what I
bonus
settle on
gets
in the end
1
here,
stack of
instead of just
sturdiness,
casting
right?
this,
So
I decide I need to kill the
what
guy in
is
the
happening
middle.
here? An unlucky, kind of
You
unlucky
can see me here, like,
petrify.
kind of weighing it up, but
Maybe we were
I
waiting on the
have to kill
Charlie
this guy in the
petrify
middle
just
because that
for
one sword attack, with
the
bad luck, my Voyager
healing
or my Tooth Fairy could
possibility, but
die.
now he can heal, and everybody's about to do 2 ults.
So
So he wants to
Voyager
kill the other
silence and
guy,
seal comes in.
but here's
I
when
wipe out him, and I go for
Voyager
the
becomes
boss.
really really interesting as a character, because like,
He
here's a
heals up.
silence
He
for
has
you.
3 buffs now.
You do
A
not
lit,
get to
you
play,
know,
mister. And
I played with this team a
just
lot.
like
It
that,
can look a little
silenced,
scary,
Moxie
but
minus
it's
1.
fine.
He gets a hit, but Tooth
No
Fairy
one
was
goes
petrified,
down.
so she
I'm fine
got
with Voyager dying at this point because I
accidentally or
babble in the
not,
back.
she ended up getting
but it
one
doesn't
stack of
matter.
sturdiness that
I
helped a
didn't have
lot.
to die.
Okay, so now
I
we're
pop
probably gonna
my
see a
two
big
ults, and
healing
then I pop a
round
level 3
where you
heal.
start to get a
So
little
this
bit
was
more
just a very,
comfy
very safe
on
round
the
for me.
HP side, right? That
And
that
then just
Voyager
ults
silence
coming
was
in.
very very instrumental.
No crits on
Big
either of the
ult
ults, but it didn't really
on
matter in
Forget
the
Me
end.
Not, sealed
Like, this
again.
team does
You
not
do
lack
not get to
damage.
play. Shut up and sit down. What ult? What ult? No ult, right? What do you mean? What do you mean ult? There's no ult
Also,
here.
if you've noticed,
Now,
my
what
Charlie
is he
has
probably
that
going to try to do
sturdiness stacks
is
this
he
whole
wants to
time.
kill the little
I've just
mage there that's
absolutely
about to do
bunkered down
2
Charlie,
buffs
hoping that
and
she
a
lives
level 2
and always
attacks,
stays above
right?
50%
So he's probably going
HP.
to try and do kill the monsters there. There is also another
So
buffer
we're
there,
going
but I
back for
feel like
the boss.
it's going to be a little problematic
7.8k
if she buffs everybody.
and
But
another
we'll see
4k
how
with
she intends to play.
the tornado.
There's many
Not
ways
bad.
of tackling this situation.
So now I
The
have a nice Tooth
NPC's
Fairy ult
buffing
coming
is
in.
Omega buffing. Everybody has now every
And
stack of everything possible. They also have 2
so also back then, they were like giga buffing. I didn't care. My Charlie ult will dispel all of the buffs. So I just did not give a fuck.
stacks of
And
sturdiness, a
I'm
lot
really
of
not
attack
worried.
damage.
He has 2 sword attacks coming in. It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna just get rid of all of his buffs.
Regen,
And I
and
have
the
enough
mage is
HP on
about to do
everyone.
the ult.
This is like
Now we'll see,
almost near the
probably
end. I
they're
didn't
gonna
mind people
die
dying. My Charlie's at full
from
health with
Charlie's
sturdiness.
ult. So that
I just
was
wanted to go all
all
in at this point.
calculated.
So we
The
do.
little mage died, and now it's a
We're
-1
doing really good
Moxie
damage.
on Forget Me Not and +1
Pretty nice
Moxie on
crit
the
there as
other
well.
minion,
8k
only because
with a Tooth
the
Fairy
stage
for
says
a
that if
support.
you
I think that's really
okay,
good.
that if you
And
kill
you can see
kill an enemy,
that
they give a
the
Moxie to
chat is actually
someone
quite
that has the least
interesting.
amount.
I'm
But the
so
guy
surprised that
was the
Charlie is
one with the least
alive.
amount,
Charlie
so
dispel. Holy.
they actually
It's
did a -1 on Forget
I
Me
think
Not and a
the whole
+1
chat was quite surprised that the whole weakness
on the
team
minion. But we
was
don't care
going
about
really
the
well.
minion
It
because
just goes to show how strong Charlie is, and
the
this is a
guy's
wrap.
dead.
A round
9
9 clear.
rounds clear. Star weak. What do you mean weak? There's no weakness here. Okay,
There is no
so we get a
weakness here.
9
Jakazin, so
points
true.
on Chi, which is team 1. Chi, team 1, 9, phase 2, and now
Oh, so adding up my rounds, it was 14 for the first half and 9 for the second. So that brings me a total of 23. Unfortunately, my 14 round first clear was very disappointing because I was planning on letting Rimu take that side, but he fell asleep, and I never practiced it. I did try it with Necrologist later, and I did it in 9 rounds, so that would have been 18 rounds in total if I did manage to pick up that Necrologist and if I practiced a little bit more. But it's fine, it happens. 23 rounds is pretty
we move
respectable
into the
because
final
side 2 is like
phase
the difficult one. So
with
I'll
probably
quickly go over this,
there
but
is
one thing is the whale was on this side, so I-347, I-345, I-250. I'm pretty sure the Anan Lee and the Medicine Pocket have a few portraits as
is a little
well.
bit of a whale.
Yeah, a little bit
So
of a
keep that in
whale.
mind. We might see some huge feats here. Maybe not. Because if she played
So
his cards
I'm
correct,
actually not gonna watch this. Turtlelagz is the guy playing this. Here, Turtlelagz. He has his own YouTube, and he actually made a video of his thoughts and his runs in this PvP game. So I'll link that in the description. But other than that, I'll skip towards the end. But
the
I won't
debuff
spoil it
was
too
on
much.
Forget
But this team
Happened.
it just ran like clockwork. Druvis has Petrify, Anan Lee has Daze, Medicine Pocket has Daze,
Dustin 1
and
second.
Anan
Okay,
Lee is
so
I completely underestimated her damage. So let me skip forward a bit.
petrified. Yeah, or you can do debuff,
And it was
buff,
a round
attack,
13 clear.
or you can do debuff, ult. Uh, and team 2,
And look at that. Just the Anan Lee
14,
complete like
phase 2.
domination. Look at
Now,
that damage. It's pretty
the thing
good for a
is,
support.
the thing is
So in the end, they miscalculated it,
that
but
8
this
plus
team
14,
they did it in
8 plus
13 rounds, and they
14,
did the first side in
22.
7. So it was a total
She
of
team has had
20.
14 plus 9, 23.
So it was actually 20 rounds versus 23. If my Lasource died on that correct turn, then it would have been 21, but she lived on 1 HP, but I still would have lost. So at the end of the day, I felt like it was quite close, especially for 1v2, but at the same time, my side one was lacking just way too much. So GG's
Congrats
to Zero
to Team 2 for winning the first match, the
and
first
whoever
ever
this was,
match
Turtlelagz, sorry.
on PvP
And
match on Limbo by
I'll
one
I'll actually
singular point. Now,
not one
I want to
single point, Jakazin.
congratulate Zero and Turtle.
There's actually three, but let me go down here. I did show off my account as a little flex, just to let everyone know like what crack I'm feeding my Charlie. But this is my roster if you want to look at it. I have 11 I3s, and then an I250 Necrologist, and an I235 Sonetto. I'll just go over all the characters, but Melania is Resonate 10, Charlie is Resonate 10, Tooth Fairy is Resonate 10, New Babbler is Resonate 7, Voyager is Resonate 7, Regulus is Resonate 9, Sotheby is Resonate 6, Baby Blue is Resonate 7, Blonney is Resonate 10, and then 7, 9, and then I think my Necrologist is at 4. I won't yap on for too much, but this is my Charlie. 1800 attack, level 30, Portrait 5, Resonate 10, maxed out Lycone, Sight Tube, sorry, I'm so used to Star Rail. And it was a full attack build. I don't have much crit on my Charlie. And if I skip forward, yeah, 41 extra percent crit rate on my Blonney here, and for a total of 56. And those missed crits really annoyed me, because at the time I didn't know that they calculated the first round wrong, and it was actually 7 cycles, so I thought I missed out on a draw because of all of those missed crits, those 86% missed crits. And I actually thought that I missed out on a draw because of that, but it turns out that they would have won anyway. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about my experience in this PvP tournament, or like it was like a beta test match. I'll link Jakazin's live stream and Turtlelags's video on this. We will probably be doing another match at some point in like the new Limbo season. This will definitely like favor my account more because my whole account is like star built. But yeah, that's probably about it. I will probably be making some guides soon, some like short guides, and probably a new tier list for the new Limbo. It'll probably be quite controversial, but we'll see. And anyway, join Jakazin's Discord if you're like interested in more PvP stuff. There's a PvP channel there. If you want to like copy it and try it for yourself, you can. I think the rules are pinned in the PvP channel. And I just want to say thanks to Zero, Jakazin, and Turtlelagz for getting this all going. Um, I mainly came up with the rules, but it wouldn't have really come together without Jakazin and also Turtlelagz, because Turtlelagz he agreed straight away to play in it, and he also managed to get the teammate of Zero, and also Rimu. Um, he was pretty happy with being my teammate for it, like straight away. Except that he fell asleep, but it doesn't matter. Um, hopefully me and Rimu can get our revenge later though. When he actually decides to wake up. Because that match was very close. Anyway, I'm gonna go and see it. Bye.